Welcome to another episode of Bloodlust Boxing. I'm Sav.
And I'm Baz.
And on today's episode, we'll be recapping that epic fight on the weekend, Liam Smith versus Chris EUBANK Jr., talking about all the high points and low points. And was that a punch or was it an elbow? We don't know.
Don't start all that, bruv. Come on, man.
It was the inside of the...
Nah, man. Come on. The guy's got to follow, like, how you got to follow through with that hook. Like, where's your elbow meant to go?
It did bend his neck a little bit, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm not denying it could have maybe caused a whelp on his face, but the damage was done by the punch.
I don't know. It was on the inside of the arm. It shouldn't have really done that much damage, to be fair. I think it's more it probably pushed him off balance, but let's get into it. We predicted it. We said Liam Smith would win, and you said Liam Smith would win within the distance. We both said there'd be knockdowns. I personally thought someone would get back up again, but that didn't happen. But we both predicted knockdowns. No one else was predicting that. What is wrong? We are getting predictions right week after week after week. Check out our videos and see. But don't start betting on us, because as soon as you start betting on us, then it's going to go wrong.
That's true. Don't do that.
But bet responsibly.
Bet responsibly. Is that the plug? You need to put a little disclaimer at the end of the video, innit?
We need to get, was it Betfred or Bet365 in the corner, sponsored by, yeah. But no, we were smashing it with the predictions. No one was predicting Liam Smith would win, really. And now, what I don't like at the moment is now, everyone's coming out saying, I don't know why didn't I say Liam Smith? How did I ever get that wrong? It's like, come on. You can't come after a fight and say, oh, it was obvious. Well, none of the so-called experts were predicting was calling it. And no one said a knockdown or knockout. Like you got it right. You smashed it again. You know, you're like the Turkish Nostradamus. You know,
Mr. T, Conor Ben lookalike, supposedly. Well, all I'm saying is just don't go with any David Haye predictions. That's all I'm saying. Like, just wherever David Haye goes, just bet it the other way, innit?
You're digging down. That poor David Haye can't defend himself. You know, that poor guy.
I like him. I like him, man.
But poor David Haye, who just, you know, whenever he wants to, he's strolling around the beach with two women on his arm. Like, he's such a poor guy. What are you doing to this man?
I know he's really struggling.
But yeah, don't ever bet on what David Haye says. Apologies, but we do like him, but he just gets it wrong. But yeah, let's talk about it. So,
give me a quick breakdown.
So,
what's your takeaways from it?
It went as I sort of predicted it. Chris EUBANK Jr. would be strong first off, and I said if Chris EUBANK Jr. is going to win it, he needs to win it within the first two rounds, and he did look strong for the first two rounds. But then was it on the third and the fourth, Liam Smith came in and did what he does. But we've talked about it on here before, the weight cut. We talked about it when he was lined up to fight Chris EUBANK, Conor Ben, and we said the weight cut's too heavy. We even said then 160 is too much for Chris EUBANK Jr. And looking at
imagine if he went down to 157. His punch resistance would be shot.
It's criminal. The thing is, when you cut so much weight, you know, the medical experts have said about it, you're dehydrating your body and you're dehydrating your brain as well. So you're cutting that much weight.
And he's got nothing to cut. What's he got to cut? The man's like 3% body fat.
So yeah, it's good that fight never happened, but he looked weight drained when he was got in there. We've never seen him down like that before, have we?
No. It was just a culmination.
He's never been down.
A flurry.
It's
just
such
a flurry of punches, isn't it?
But Liam Smith got the win. what next for Liam Smith?
Well, they're saying Kell Brook. I don't know if Kell Brook's going to come out of retirement. I mean, is that? It's not. It's sad to say it, but it's not really a big money fight for him. If I can't see it tempting him like that. I'm not sure. As much as Liam's got his name in the headlights at the moment, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's enough to bring Kell.
I love the lights.
I love the lights. I wouldn't mind Kell coming back just for that, to be fair.
Yeah, no, that'd be good. I think that'd be a great fight still.
It would.
He has been training in the background from what I've heard. So
same.
So, and they can make it. Obviously, Ben Shalom helped make the Amir Khan fight as well. So it could happen. There was Golovkin as well, who's going to be lined up. Had Chris Eubank Jr. won the fight, but then there's not as much money in that Liam Smith Golovkin fight. I don't think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I just don't see it. I'm confused about what's next for Liam. Really.
Well,
no one was expecting it, bar us, and
yeah, I love how you put that.
Yeah,
bar us. Yeah, I think. Yeah, but Chris Eubank Jr. will take the rematch. There is a rematch clause. I don't.
Do you think it'll go any different?
If he's coming in at the same weight, it's going to be very difficult. The only thing that could happen is Liam Smith wants that big Anfield fight, yeah? So Chris Eubank Jr. can give it to him. Liam Smith is a massive, massive Liverpool fan. He loves his football. He wants to fight in that stadium. And he wants, if he did fight there, he'd get his brother on the undercard. Chris Eubank Jr., he lost the fight, so he's lost a bit of his bargaining power. But what he could say is, look, the only way you're going to get that fight in Anfield is if you fight me, but I want it at catch weight. So he'd have to do it higher than 160, I don't know, 163, 164, that kind of thing. But the question is, would Liam Smith go up that high? I think the temptation of doing it in Anfield would be a big enough thing to draw him into that fight. But then he's campaigned a lot lower, Liam Smith. So I don't know. What do you reckon?
I don't think it's, in my eyes, Liam Smith wouldn't want to fight a higher weight than
higher weight.
Yeah, because it puts Eubank at a disadvantage, doesn't it? So I can't see it.
What, keeping him at 160? It does, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't see it going any differently, other than if somehow Eubank managed to escape through on the outside. But I'm not really liking how Roy Jones Jr. is training him at the moment, anyway. But I think it's more. I don't think it's his teaching style. I think it's more down to Eubank taking things on board. And I don't know if you can teach Roy Jones Jr. fight technique to anyone, really. Like, the man was special.
Yeah, you can't teach that style. That's the only problem. I think Chris Eubank Jr.'s fundamentals have improved, so he's able to box better under Roy Jones Jr. But the question is, should he box that way? He's always been a pressure fighter. He sort of rushes you and puts the pressure on and throws a flurry of punches. Whereas under Roy Jones Jr., he sort of holds back a bit, boxes on the back foot. It's a little bit more calculated, and that's where he gets left open. So his arms are always been low
against the ring, innit? And then it gets caught.
But I mean, you can't blame the trainer. It's just it is what it is. I don't know. And everyone's beginning up saying he's going to beat Liam Smith. So just because he's got a loss, now it's ultimately the trainer's fault, and Chris Eubank is rubbish. I think it's a joke that people are saying that. It's just all these boxing people have just been slating him. When like a week ago they were bigging him up so much.
It's true.
Anyway, that was just our thoughts on it. We wanted to do a little recap. We'll see what happens next. I think there's going to be that rematch. It's just whether they get it at the right rate. Right.
You're
calling a Kell Brook fight. Maybe it happens. Maybe they negotiate that there's a fight in the middle, and Chris Eubank goes fight someone else, and then they tee it up for a big fight. So I don't know.
That's a little take on it.
Okay. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, and we didn't even touch on the whole Billy Joe Saunders, Conor Ben stuff. We won't go into it now, but we'll let some in the background. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe.
Peace.